Down, down, down. Would the fall never come to an end? I wonder how many miles I've fallen by this time, she said aloud. I must be getting somewhere near the center of the earth. Let me see. That would be 4,000 miles down, I think, for you see, Alice had learned several things of this sort in her lessons in the schoolroom. And though this was not a very good opportunity of showing her knowledge, as there was no one to listen to her, still it was a good practice to oversay it. Yes, that's about the right distance. But then I wonder, what latitude or longitude have I gotten to? Alice had no idea what latitude was, or longitude either, but thought they were nice, grand words to say. Presently she began again. I wonder if I shall fall right through the earth. How funny it'll seem to come out among the people who walk with their heads downward. The antipathies, I think. She was rather glad there was no one there listening this time, as it didn't seem at all the right word. But I shall have to ask them what the name of the country is. Please, ma'am, is this New Zealand or Australia? And she tried to curtsy as she spoke. Fancy curtsying as you are falling through the air. Do you think you could manage it? And one ignorant little girl she'll think of me for asking. No, it'll never do. Perhaps I shall see it written up somewhere. Do you struggle to find a good book? Well, struggle no more, because here is an amazing book, Alice in Wonderland. And here are some other people raving about this book.
This book changed my life. It was the best book I've ever read.
This book was great. I really enjoyed reading it.
This book is stupid. For this book, call the number at the bottom of your screen, 1-800-4-WONDER. That's 1-8004-WONDER.
Today on NBC5 News, our top story takes place in the middle of the woods at an odd setting. Reporter Claire Powers has more on the story.
Today, here in the woods, 3 odd creatures and a guest are holding a tea party. The guest's name is Alice. She claims to have fallen through a rabbit hole and has been wandering the place others call Wonderland aimlessly ever since. She sat at the table unwelcomed at first, being bombed with sarcastic questions and rude comments. She then realizes she's having problems understanding the objective of the Mad Hatter's story and the March Hare's commentary. Alice gets fed up with the senseless conversation and leaves. We pulled her aside to ask her a few questions. What possessed you to sit down at the table when they said not to?
They didn't say not to, just that there was no room. Seeing that there was plenty of space, I sat down.
Can you explain a little bit about the conversation at the tea party?
You shouldn't offer people wine when you have none. Hatter was trying to teach me a lesson by offering me wine that he didn't have. When I asked why he asked without any, he retorted with, "Why did you sit down without being asked?" The song goes, "Twinkle, twinkle, little star," not "Twinkle, twinkle, little bat." How I wonder where you're at. Time cannot hold an hour for you, or slow or stop itself, and it certainly is not a person, as the Hatter made it out to be. Also, it's impolite to ask riddles you don't even know the answer to.
Interesting. Why did you leave so abruptly?
The Sleeping Dormouse was telling a story about 3 sisters living in a well, and I had a few questions, so I asked them. They angered the Dormouse and annoyed the Hatter and the Hare, and they owed it. They got very rude, so I left.
And now a word from the Dormouse. So who are you again? So, tell me, what was your story about? What did you think about them resting their elbows on you? Why did you get so angry at Alice because of all her questions? So why are you here? And now a word from the Mad Hatter. So can you tell me who you are again?
I'm the Mad Hatter.
Interesting. Can you repeat the riddle that you gave Alice when she first sat down at the tea party?
I simply gave her the riddle, why is a raven like a writing desk?
Can you explain why you offered Alice the wine that you didn't have?
Because it was a polite thing to do, considering no one else offered her any, and I figured someone had to be polite since she sat down without being welcome.
So I offer her wine when there is none.
So why sit down when you're not welcome?
Okay. Why were you acting so angrily towards the March Hare?
Because I asked him for the time and he could not give it to me because he had broken the watch with the crumbs he got on it while simply spreading the butter.
So why is a raven like a writing desk?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
I don't know the answer either, not even sure if there is one. I thought maybe Alice would know and it would aggravate her a little bit, so I asked.
And did she get aggravated?
Very much so.